Hello everyone, what's up? It's me again, Junkmaster3, and this is going to be the top 5 of the month of September. Like you all probably know, it's October month, so I'll probably try to get to make some horror review videos as well. And I'm not sure when this video is gonna come up, but I'm also gonna do a ranking of Lucio Fulci's horror films because now I've seen all of his horror films, or that's been considered horror films in his catalog. So I'm gonna make a ranking video of those, like basically tell you which is my least favorite Fulci film and which ones are the best ones, according to me, of course, just my personal opinion. But that video is also gonna come up. But yeah, first of all, we're gonna start with this video, which is the top 5 of the month for the month of September. First up at number 5, we have a film which I've had in my collection for like such a long time, and I have never seen it until now, which might sound a little bit baffling, but the film is Red Dragon, which was the I think this is the prequel to Silence of the Lambs, and I must say that this is definitely one of the better ones in this series. I would say the weakest one out of them all is probably Hannibal, but I don't say Hannibal is a bad film or anything. I think all of these films are really great. I even like Hannibal Rising. I know some people just don't care for that film, but I really like that one as well. And I think that might be some like nostalgic values to that one for me personally, because I remember watching that on TV from time to time back in the day. But overall, I would say this is a really great film, and Ralph Fiennes really steals the show in this one. Anthony Hopkins is just kind of there, but at the same time, that's pretty much how it was in the original Silence of the Lambs film as well. If I had to pick a favorite out of all of these four films, or four, is it 4 or 5 films? I'm just confused right now, but my favorite one out of these are definitely the very first one, which is called is it called Man Eater, I believe. Man. Oh no, I just completely lost the title. But yeah, the '80s one. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, you probably know what film I'm trying to refer to. But yeah, that's my personal favorite actually, and yeah, this one is definitely one of the better ones as well. But yeah, I really like this one. Great, great cast, great acting from everyone included in this film. But yeah, Ralph Fiennes steals the show. So yeah, Red Dragon at number 5. And at number 4, we have the film Turbo Kid, which is sort of like a post apocalyptic type film, but it has some charming splatter to it. I mean, this is kind of silly and kind of childish in a way, but at the same time, it's mixed with these great special effects, like practical effects, which is really great. And Michael Ironside makes a great villain in this one, and it had me laughing, it had me cheering, and I really enjoyed this one. And I could clearly see that the people that made this film probably were a big fan of the film called Rad from the '80s, because they have pretty much the same song, which is like the very first song you hear in Rad is the first song you hear in this film as well, in like the opening credits. So I thought, well, I think I probably know where they got their inspiration from, even though these films are completely different from one another. I mean, Rad is like a if Rocky had a BMX and tried to compete with that. I know that sounds really weird, but Rocky is like the boxing thing, and Rad is like the BMX like racing type thing, which I know that's a really weird comparison, but yeah, that's pretty much what it is. And yeah, I really enjoyed Turbo Kid. Felt like an homage to old school like post-apocalyptic films in a way. So yeah, Turbo Kid at number 4. And of number 3, actually these following 3 titles, I gave all of these 3 films 10 out of 10. So the ordering this can be a little bit, I mean, can jump back and forth, but this is just how it is at the moment. And these are probably going to end up on the top 10 list of the end of the year of the best films I've watched, because all of these 3 were really amazing films. First of all, the first one I gave 10 out of 10, and at number 3 on this list, Walking Tall from 1971 or 1973, sorry. not the one with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, because that's the first one that came up when I searched for this film. I think that's some sort of remake. I have not seen the remake, and I have really no interest in watching it. But I would love to see the sequels to this one, even though I've heard it's not like the main character's not played by the same guy anymore, and I'm not sure how relatable they are with one another if you have to watch them chronologically or if they are standalone films. But this one is really great. It's sort of like a vigilante type film in a way. It's basically about this guy who I think he returns from war or like a military service or something. I'm not too sure, but he gets back to his old town and he realizes things have changed for the worse. It's corrupt and the cops are corrupt and everyone is just bashing on him, and he just tries to clean up the streets basically, or like this place in general. And of course people try to just pretty much get rid of him, but he refuses to follow their new order or whatever. So he pretty much becomes this sheriff that tries to make the best out of this town basically. So great film, great vigilante film, one of the best ones I've seen. If you haven't seen this film before, I can highly recommend this one. Yeah, 10 out of 10 for that one. So yeah, that was number 3. And at number 2 we have the film called Where the Day Takes You, which is directed by the same guy who directed Dream a Little Dream from the 80s. I know this sounds really weird, but I'm a big fan of Dream a Little Dream with the two Corys film. Has some charm to it as well, but I mean this one is very dark in comparison. I mean Dream a Little Dream is more like a feel-good type film in a way, like a teen comedy, teen drama film. This one is really dark. It's basically about these homeless kids and their leader called King, played by Dermot Mulroney, who plays a really great leader for this type of people, like misfits basically. So they have no jobs, they have like really no home or anything. They pretty much live underneath this bridge, and they have to make the best out of every day that gets to them. I mean, they just live day by day basically, and they don't really plan anything in the near future or anything. They just, yeah, that's pretty much the best way to describe this one. And I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't seen this one, because I think the acting is amazing in this film. It has a really great cast as well. Sean Astin, Baltasar Getty. I think Baltasar Getty is really under. I'm still baffled why I haven't seen him in more films and why he doesn't have uh, more stardom in Hollywood or whatever. But he was also in Young Guns too, by the way. And this one really shows you. This is another reason why I really like this film. This takes place in Hollywood, and I really love the fact that they show you the darker side of Hollywood, which isn't talked about too much in movies in general. So yeah, Where the Day Takes You, really entertaining film. Entertaining in the drama type of catalog, if that makes any sense. And at number 1 is a classic, which this is another film I'm sort of like I'm ashamed that I haven't seen before. But yeah, this is an 80s classic, and the film is called The Princess Bride. Fantastic fantasy adventure type film for the whole family. I mean, some parts might be a little bit scary for the younger kids, but this is really what I think of when I think of adventure films in general. And like it has everything. It's like drama, romance. It has some great action sequences and sword fights. Yeah, great film, really amazing, and the score is really beautiful as well, and the characters are memorable. I mean, even though I've only seen this once at this time, I can remember almost every single character in the film, and that pretty much tells you that the characterization, or like the characters, are very memorable, and they're written very well. So yeah, The Princess Bride at number 1. So now I've been talking for almost 10 minutes, so yeah, I'll just get on with the next video, or try to make the next video as soon as possible, the Lucio Fulci ranking video. So yeah, keep your eyes open for that one, and yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.